quick story here for you guys before we go back to the phones. This is I had an unbelievable, I don't know what the word would be, Three Stooges type moment over the weekend here in Vegas. And I was rescued by a listener, which is why I'm bringing it up. Now, I don't know this listener's name, but here's how I found out he was a listener. So this is crazy, right? I went to the gym I go to here in Vegas. So I do like my hour on the treadmill. And, you know, it is very dry here in Vegas, especially now in the winter. Even though the weather's beautiful, it's very dry. So I bought for my place here humidifier units that I have one on each floor. And, you know, when I'm here, I run them. It reduces the dryness and static electricity and stuff like that. But I put if you run a humidifier, it's best to put distilled water, not tap water, because it keeps it cleaner. You don't have to clean it as much, yada, yada. So I go through distilled water a lot. And I buy it at the supermarket. It's like $1 a gallon or whatever. So there's a supermarket right next to where the gym is. But it's in a big strip mall, so it's kind of far down from where the gym is. I'm like, I'll walk down there, I'll grab a cart, I'll buy some distilled water, I'll throw it in the car. So I go into the store and I get 8 gallons of distilled water, put it in the shopping cart, I check out. Now, because I walked there from up the way a little bit to where the gym was, that's where I left the car. So I had to push the cart, you know, back towards where the gym was. So I'm out there, 8 gallons of water in my basket, and I'm just pushing my cart towards the car, and all of a sudden, the cart just locks up. Like a stone or something was in the wheel. I'm like, what the hell? Pushing, cart won't go anywhere. And I stop and I'm looking down. I'm in the middle of the parking lot. And I'm shaking the cart and I'm reaching down and I'm spinning the wheels and I'm like looking, and is there a stone? Did I go over something? Did I get hung up on something? Still not going. I'm shaking it. I'm pushing it side to side. Now I'm getting aggravated. I am verbally yelling at the cart. I'm kicking the cart. Because my car is still a ways up and I got 8 gallons of water. It wasn't like it's just a bag I could just grab and leave the cart. So I'm literally fighting a shopping cart, which is locked up for no reason that I can see. Making a scene. And I'm probably at this point like, I don't know, a football field away from where my car is parked. Cart's not going anywhere. All right, nothing I can do. So I go and I grab like 4 gallons of the water, 2 in each hand, and I start walking them. But I got to leave 4 gallons of water still in the cart. There's no way I could take them all. So I get out to where my car is, trying to keep an eye on the cart still because my stuff's still in there. I pop the trunk, I put the 4 gallons back, and I see a dude at the cart taking my water. So I yell across the parking lot and I go, "Hey man, those are my waters." And the guy goes, "Yeah, I know. I saw you. I'm just trying to help you out." And he was being cool. He was actually bringing me the other 4 waters. And I go, "Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that, whatever." He goes, "Yeah, it's the least I can do for somebody that keeps me company every day on the radio." Like, "Oh, you're a listener." Oh, I think he told me he drove Uber. So whoever you were, thank you for helping me out and for listening, of course. But here's the kicker to the story. Now, some of you guys listening out there right now are probably saying, fucking idiot, don't you know that's what happens? No, I've never heard of this or experienced this in my life. Joel or AJ, do you know why the cart was not moving?
I cannot answer that question. No idea.
Can AJ speak today? AJ's in the cone of silence or no?
Yeah, he can whisper talk to us.
AJ, you have no idea either, right?
No idea.
Okay. So I'm not crazy, but I was shocked to learn this piece of information. Do you know that here in Vegas, and I have since found out that this is also very common in Los Angeles and in some other cities, seems to be mostly west, supermarkets have some sort of device on their carts that when you get beyond a certain radius of the lot right in front of the supermarket, the carts lock up to prevent theft of the cart. Because apparently people will steal the carts. Homeless people, they said, steal the carts, make their homes in there or use them, sad but true. I mean, so it is a theft protection for their carts, so you cannot take the cart out of the radius right in front of the store. But here's what's crazy about this. I examined that cart inside out when I was fighting it. There is no noticeable antenna, radius thing, motor, brake, power, battery, nothing. It looks like a shopping cart. I am baffled as to how this thing works. How does it know? Because the guy told me, the guy who helped me, the listener told me, he goes, yeah, there's a sensor on them and the wheels just lock when you go over a certain line in the parking lot. Well, how? It's like covert. I'm looking at the thing. I couldn't figure. Like, there's nothing. Like, normally you'd see a brake. If you see somebody with a wheelchair or a hand truck, there's like, you push there's nothing. Looks like a regular cart. Somehow this thing has a mind of its own and it locks down. And that's why I couldn't move the cart. And I talked to some friends in LA over the weekend and told them the story because I felt like the biggest ass. And they're like, oh, yeah, all the carts have that here. I'm not crazy. So now you have Joel and AJ, who are also both East Coasters, and me, never heard of this before. But all my friends in Vegas or LA are like, oh, yeah, all the carts are like that. I still don't know how. There's no visible sign of how these wheels will lock. It just happens. The visual, if you could have seen me, literally fighting a shopping cart. I'm like pulling it, trying to get it over the line. I'm like dragging it. The tires are locked. It's screeching. It's heavy. It's got 8 gallons of water. And now think of a listener is watching me do this. Whoever you were, sir, thank you, and thank you for educating me about the lockdown shopping carts. Who knew? Let's go to